So, a black Captain America, huh?
Damn right. We built this country. Bled for it. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. Not after what everybody before me went through.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing out there? How are you doing? I'm doing great, as you can see. But happy Sunday to all of you out there, all 34 of you that are in the chat right now. I really do appreciate you guys spending some time with me this evening. I hope you had a great day. I hope you had a good day at church, whether that was online or you went to the building, or if you don't go, hopefully you got all your stuff done. You got your clothes washed, your grocery shopping done. You got your food put away, all your food prep, and you are prepared for another great week as we are in mid-October. And time is flying by. Before you know it, it's going to be 2020, 2023, and then 2027. And then, my goodness gracious, we are going to be 92 years old. But no, on top of that, I hope you had a great weekend as well. I hope it was very nice and relaxing. And I just, hope that you're able to relax right now with me giving you the news with your feet kicked up, with your drinks and your food and your snacks, all that good stuff. Hopefully you'll prepare for a good Cowboy game tonight, House of the Dragon, all that good stuff. But thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I see that we have 43 people watching right now. If we can please get 43 thumbs up, that will be a good thing. And as you guys are coming on into the room, I will, we only got 12 thumbs up, so a little better on that. But let me just go ahead and start shouting you guys out. I got Rim17 in the building. Hey, 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 how you doing? Thank you so much for being here, Rims. Another beautiful Sunday is here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for being here. God's child in the building. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. And of course, guys, let me know how I'm looking, how I'm sounding, all that good stuff. Rarutu M, hi, hey, hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. We got Young Nine in the building. What's good, fam? How you doing? How you doing? ER's grandpa. Hi, everybody. What's going on, ER's grandpa? Thank you so much for being here. First super chat of the day. My goodness gracious, coming from the Wakandan Forever. Thank you so much. And you know what we got to do over here for the dubs. Thank you so much to Wakanda Forever. I really do appreciate it. Hey, B, love the topics today. Naked Gun is one of my fave. Is that what it says? One of my all-time favorite comedies. I saw Halloween Ends, definitely different. I hope rumors are true. Black Adam fights Superman in the movie. Have a great show. Wakanda Forever. Thank you so much to Wakanda Forever. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for blessing the channel like that. And excuse me, while I'm trying to get my glasses and headphones straight, having a bit of an issue. Man, hold up. All right, let's get it together. My bad, but thank you, Wakanda Forever. Zia Latrice in the building. Hey, y'all. OG Moder in the building. Thank you for being here, Zia Latrice. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button. If you are new, please also hit the subscribe button. Yes, 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 ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for saying that. Really trying to get to 50K subs, but I got to get to 40K first. And so if this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Zia. I appreciate it. Tareen Rain, what's going on? What up, B Avery in chat? Thank you so much for being here. Mama Avery in the building. Hello, hello. Thank you, Mom, for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also got Buck Thoughts in the building. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Marco Marblood, what's going on? What's going on? Naries 21. Hi, B. What's going on, Naries? How are you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here. The Wakanda Forever, another $2. Oh, yeah, I love the recast King T'Challa video. Yes, 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 yes. Yes! Yes! So much. Thank you so much to Wakanda Forever. I will try to play that on our way out tonight, but thank you again for the other super chat. Derek Gaines in the building. What's going on? How you doing? SJ Evans. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? Brownie Brown. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Cynthia Charles in the building. What's going on with the super chat? $4.99.
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay, I told you before.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. I do appreciate it. Man, we was talking about that earlier today. I was talking about it with everybody. Hope you, E-Man, and Elliot analyze Black Adam. Love you guys. Critique dynamic trio. Man, it may be a dynamic duo this time. With this one, it may just be me and E-Man. I don't know yet, though. But you're definitely going to get a video. But thank you so much. I'll try to explain that later. But thank you, Cynthia. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Derek Gaines, what's going on? What's going on? Malik the King, what's going on? What's good, Brandon? Thank you for being here. And let me see if we have anybody else. Kay, the Bookworm. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Natalie in the building with the super chat. Yes! Yes! And thank you for putting that in parentheses. But I did remember. I'm doing my food prep now. But the chat needs to know you are starting locks. Will we match hairstyles? What's up? What's good? And are you excited for Black Adam? Yes, ma'am. Hell yes, I'm excited. Yes, ma'am. I am excited. I don't know. I mean, these are braids and they're coming undone. I plan on getting them done in a couple of weeks. I may go somewhere and I want to look nice. But it's gonna be braided up, and we can match hairstyles though. But yeah, I'm really excited for Black Adam. I really am. I am going to be seeing that this Tuesday at either 7 or 7:30, and so of course you guys are gonna get a non-spoilery review for that, a spoilery review, all that good stuff. So thank you, Natalie, for the super chat. Tatiana in the building. Yay! I caught a live finally. Yes, I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Zeus in the building. Hey, Briaver, what's going on? Jenna James, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Denise Nicole, peace, peace. What's up? What's up? Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it, you guys. And so, yes, I got about 50 people watching right now, and that is a wonderful, beautiful thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me see how many thumbs up we have. 39. And so just go ahead and give me a few thumbs up, and we can go ahead and get this party started. I know you guys want to watch the game tonight. Know you want to watch them Dragons, and I do not want to hold you up. Let me go ahead and no, I'll wait on the call. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to just thank you so much for tuning in to the Movie News Roundup show number 80. Number 80, getting on up there. Before you know it, we're going to be at 100. This lets you know that we're coming, or I'm coming to you live right now on YouTube.com/JustMyOpinionReviews. Also, twitch.com/JustMyOpinionReviews. If you want to follow me on social media, my handle is on the screen. Also, there are those links of my social media accounts in the description of this video. Also, if you would like to know what we're going to be talking about today, the topics are in the description box as well in a numerical order with their respective links for you to read at your own leisure. And if you don't have that much data with your cell phone plan, or you don't want to watch a video, or you're just not able to, I have good news for you. I have good news. I now have audio only podcast available. That is in the description as well through Buzzsprout. And if you don't want to know specifically, I have it on SoundCloud. Yes, I do. Also Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, everything that you can see right here on the screen. Also SoundCloud. And so make sure you check that out. Make sure you download it, all that good stuff, because I would really appreciate it. I really would. And I just want to make that available to you. And that will be uploaded maybe about 20 or 30 minutes after the show today. After that, the broadcast ends. And let me see here. If you go to my About page, all of these links are right here as well. And so now, guys, let me go ahead and put out this right here. Ron Burgundy, I need your help, sir. I need your help.
If I'm gonna do this, I'll need my news team at my side. News team, assemble! News team, assemble!
Thank you, Ron Burgundy. I do appreciate it. And so I don't know if somebody's going to hear that or not. If they do, they are more than welcome to come on over and help me deliver the news. But before I get started, I just got to do one more thing to all my lovely, 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 lovely moderators out there. Please, please, please. Protect the chat as best as you can. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and move on over. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats or anything like that. And I don't think I did. First topic of the day. You see the banner at the bottom. You see the background. And I'm a bit mixed on this. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of concerned. But we're going to talk about it. Topic number one, coming from Deadline.com. New Naked Gun movie, a go at Paramount with Liam Neeson in talks to star, and Lonely Island's Akiva Schaffer directing. Interesting. And they have the exclusive. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there is a link to this article down in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And Deadline has the exclusive. One of Hollywood's classic slapstick comedy franchises is looking to make its way back to the big screen. Sources tell Deadline that Paramount Pictures is moving forward with a new Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson in negotiations to star and Akiva Schaffer set to direct. While no green light has been given, sources say it's headed in that direction once a deal closes for Neeson. Dan Greger and Doug Mann, who just worked with Schaffer on Emmy-winning Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers pick, also closed the deal to pen the script. Mark Hinterman and Alex Sorkin wrote the previous draft. Schaefer also will exec produce. Seth MacFarlane, a Family Guy guy, Erica Huggins are producing via their company Fuzzy Door. Plot details are being kept under wraps, except that Neeson may be playing the son of Detective Frank Drebin instead of stepping into the role made famous by Leslie Nielsen. Rest in peace, Leslie Nielsen. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. If you did not know, he passed away in 2010, and he was the king of spoofs, kind of like Lil Jon is the king of crunk. Leslie Nielsen was the king of spoofs. The original film starred the late Nielsen as Drebin, the detective with plenty lacking in common sense. Over 3 films, he's turned a lovable character into a half-famed deadpan comic icon. The first film was based on the 1982 ABC series Police Squad, which was canceled after 6 episodes, only to reboot it as a feature film in 1988. And if you just want to read that further, again, there's a link to that in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. But what are you thinking about this, guys? Do you even remember the Naked Gun movies? If you haven't seen them, if this is before your time, I imagine the Scary Movie you have heard of. You know, these type of films right here is what started it all. The Naked Gun, Airplane. You know, when you got into the 90s, Hot Shots, you know, those films, Hot Shot Part Deuce. But this came out in 1988, the first one. And it was hilarious. My mom, I believe Mama Avery in the chat, she introduced me to this as a young boy. And we were laughing our behinds off. I mean, just dumb, silly fun, just stupid comedy. And I loved every moment of it. You know what I'm saying? The Naked Gun from the Files of the Police Squad. The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear. The Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. You know, just funny movie. I mean, look, whoa, let me go back. Look at this. Look at what are they doing? Playing Twister in the middle of a fight? It's just craziness. Are you a fan of this? So I'm a fan of it, and I would love to see a reboot and a remake of this. You know, we have this last one came out in '94. And so that was a while ago. You know, almost 30 years. Was it 28 years ago, if my math is correct? And Leslie Nielsen did pass away. I think further on in this article, it says that they was already thinking about rebooting this anyway, you know, since the passing. It's been 12 years since he's passed away. My only concern is it's going to have your boy Liam Neeson. You know, isn't he a racist? You know, so I don't know if that was ever cleared up or not. But Akiva Schaffer is going to be directing. And this is his filmography right here. Pop star, never stopping. Some SNL, a bunch of TV stuff. So he made, 55 directing credits. I think he was either nominated or won an Emmy. But he has a long filmography, a lot of experience. Let me see here. One primetime Emmy. Was that for the nominee? Well, you can look that up if you want to. Oh, okay. Here you go. Yeah, for SNL in 2007. So what are you guys thinking about this? Are you fans of Naked Gun? I almost forgot the name of the movie. Are you a fan of Liam Neeson? Let me know in the comment section. I'm curious. Did you watch these movies coming up? Are you familiar with all this right here? Or is it foreign to you? I don't remember them, but I remember how big they were. Really? Okay. And what's going on, Myra? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Another OG moderator in the building. Thank you, ma'am. Let me see here. Cool. Okay. Let's see here. Zia, I am not a fan of reboots and 20, 30 years later sequels, but this could possibly be good. I agree. Thank you, Zia. What's going on, Frantic World? Thank you for being here. Nope, I don't remember them, really. Okay, well, check them out, man. They were fantastic. They were, I remember. Nice. Born in '93. I got you. I got you. Yeah, they're great films, man. Just classic fun stupidity. Yeah, these movies are funny AF. They are. They are. The Naked Gun movies are funny. Yes, yes, yes. They are. They are. Can they come up with something original? I hear you, Naries. I'm gonna have to make a video sometime or go into this further, but a lot of times they really do come out with original stuff. It's just it doesn't get promoted that well, or people don't go see the stuff, But I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Yeah, playing Twister in the middle of a jail brawl. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. Struggles TV, Tara. No more Naked Gun movies by today's soft standards. Everything is problematic, and I just want some new movies. What's next? Police Academy. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. And so you guys go subscribe to Tara too. But thank you, man. Thank you. Let's see. I really wasn't a fan of the Naked Gun movies. Really? Okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. I watched all the Naked Gun movies as a kid. Okay, good stuff. I really don't like his acting. Talking about Liam Neeson or Leslie Nielsen. I'm interested, but he is a racist. Yeah, that sucks. He can be supporting racists. Tareen Rain Reloaded, $4.99. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Let's see.
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay.
Thank you. Naked Gun was O.J. Simpson's last film before. Well, yeah. I didn't know that was his last film. Thank you for that information, that movie trivia. But I am familiar with O.J. being in the Naked Gun movies. He was funny too. And thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. And so, yeah, guys, it's not greenlit yet. That's what the article says, but it is headed in that direction. And so, what do you think about Liam Neeson possibly taking on the role or the son of Detective Drevin, aka Leslie Nielsen? Rest in peace. I think Liam Neeson can do it. I can see him being silly, but you're a racist white supremacist, and we can't have that. But I don't know. The director seems cool. But you guys let me know what you think. And again, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. All right, guys. That was fun. And hopefully that franchise can pop off into fruition and be good as we all want it to be. But now let's move on to topic number 2. I can't necessarily say I'm super excited about it because I'm not. I'm interested in seeing the movie, but I don't know what the big deal is with this news right here. But we're still going to talk about it, though. Topic number 2, coming from Variety. Transformers: Rise of the Beast cast Pete Davidson and Michelle Yeoh. And this is what they look like right here. Pete Davidson and Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh, of course, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She is a G. She been in the game for a minute over here in America and, of course, overseas as well. She in Avatar 4 and 5? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, yeah, she's doing her thing. She's going to be Maximo Arizor or whatever. But let's get into this real quick. Michelle Yeoh and Pete Davidson are rolling out for Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down below for you to read at your own leisure. Both actors cast and voice roles in upcoming franchise entry for Paramount. On Tuesday afternoon, Rise of the Beast director Stephen Cable Jr. shared the news of the pair joining the production through an Instagram post featuring 2 different videos from recording sessions, the first with Davidson and the second with Yeoh. Are you interested in seeing these guys? Well, if you say yes, I will show you, because I know you're just dying to know. Here we go. You can't.
Behind the scenes of Transformers 7.
Can y'all hear that?
Scenes of Transformers 7.
So he's talking about Transformers 7. No, I'm not really a fan of this gentleman, but hopefully he can do something nice with it. And this is Michelle Yeoh right here. doing her thing. There's no sound on her video. Does this guys make you excited? You know, are you jumping out in your pants? Now, Yori voices a character named Arizor, while Davison voices Mirage. The two join the cast. It includes Anthony Ramos, Dominique Fishback. We all know her. One of the sisters in Judas and the Black Messiah. I think Fred Hampton's wife, who will star in the film in live action roles. Rise of the Beast will bring the Transformers franchise to the 1990s, a time period with Paramount's films have not taken place yet. The film is said to introduce the Maximals and the Terracons, two more cybernetic alien parties that will take sides in the Earth-bound battle between Autobots and Decepticons. Are you guys excited about this? Michelle Yeoh and Pete Davidson taking over Transformers? Huh? Let me know, because I'm not that excited. I mean, I like Michelle Yeoh, but they're voice acting, you know, so let's see here. Pete Davidson can't act in real time. Why would I want some voice acting? No, young man. Ha. Thank you. Malitha King, I'm a pass on that. I'm a pass. I don't care about him, Mama Sheree says, but Michelle? Yes. I got you. Let the voice actors rock these roles. I have to agree with you there, Buck Dots. Not trying to hate on Pete Davidson, not trying to hate on Michelle Yeoh, but I don't think there's anybody out there that's just clamoring like, oh my God, man, I got to hear Michelle's voice, Pete's voice. You know, I just don't see that. That's just not realistic to me. It's Transformers. I'll watch it. Yuck. Fishback is one of my favorite young actors already. Let's see here. Side note, do you think, Brandon, do you think they should offer the voice actor Optimus Prime the same type of deal they offered James Earl Jones for using his voice if he retires? To my understanding, if I understand it right, yes, that I think that should work. You know, just iconic voice. Yeah. Also, is it Kevin Conroy that voiced the Batman animated series, the original? Give it to him too. Let's see here. Play the OG Beast Wars music. I don't even remember what that sounds like, but that's what's up. What's up, Professor Fam? How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? So, is this something that y'all are excited about? It let me know in the comments. Because I'm very curious to know. Hopefully the movie is good, but you know, them being cast, you know, as voice roles, and I want them to win. It doesn't just, you know, tickle my fancy like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. There we go. All right. Let's move on to topic number 3. Now, guys, this is something that I'm actually looking forward to right here. I love this movie. I love this franchise. I remember when I saw this in high school, or was I in junior high? I remember exactly what theater I went to. I felt cool going to the movies by myself. No, actually with some of my friends when I saw this. I don't know why. But y'all remember The Mummy with Brendan Fraser? And the third one, you know, they had The Rock as the Scorpion King. You know, he's finna do Black Adam. And then the third one was a Tomb of the Dragon Emperor with Jet Li. That franchise wasn't that bad. But how would y'all feel if they wanted to come back to do another one with the original gentleman, Mr. Brendan Fraser? And that is what is going to bring us to topic number 3, coming from Variety. Brendan Fraser is open to 4th Mummy movie. Says Tom Cruise's reboot flopped because it wasn't fun. I agree. And if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And we got to take a break because Miss Harper is here. Hey, Miss Harper, How you doing? Thank you so much, ma'am. Brendan Fraser is open to come back. Brendan Fraser landed on the A-list thanks to his role as the role-licking adventurer Rick O'Connell in The Mummy and his 2 sequels. And he hasn't returned to the land of the undead since 2008's The Mummy, The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. But Fraser says he's open to revisiting the franchise that made him a megastar. I don't know how it will work, he admits, but I'd be open to it if someone came up with the right conceit. Fraser shared his thoughts on the film from the series as a part of a Variety cover story on the making of The Whale, a drama about a beast man trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter. That film has landed him in the thick of the Oscar race. Interesting. As a part of the story, Fraser looked back on the matinee idol days. The Mummy director Stephen Sommers said he cast the actor because he possessed a very specific set of skills. He could throw a punch and take a punch, and he had a great sense of humor. He says, "You're really like the guy. He never comes across as cocky or arrogant." He added that Fraser did as many of his own stunts as he could, even injuring his knee at one point. Dedication, but powering through it to complete the film. He was game for anything we threw at him, Sommers said. When Universal rebooted The Mummy in 2017, Fraser wasn't invited back to the party. Instead, it was given to Tom Cruise, who was left to deal with the consequences of unearthing an ancient tomb. It is hard to make that movie, he says. The ingredient that we had going for our Mummy, which I didn't see in that film, was fun. That was lacking in that incarnation. It was too much of a straight-ahead horror movie. The Mummy should be a thriller ride, but not terrifying and scary. I know how difficult it is to pull it off, Fraser adds. I tried to do it 3 times. Interesting. I want to see this, y'all. I do. I like the Mummy franchise. I really did. I like, The Mummy Returns. I didn't like the Scorpion King, that one right there. With the one with the Rock. That was okay. They actually released that movie without it being finished. Now the Mummy Returns, the sequel, critics didn't really care for it. It got a 47% on Rotten Tomatoes and 63% from the audience. But let's try to find what the original movie did. The Mummy. Let's see here. I may not. Okay, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. And this one was okay. I know I really like the first. Oh gosh, 13% and 30%. Damn, Gina. That's not that good right there. Now, what did the original one make though? That's what I'm. 87 movies. The Mummy Rebirth, The Mummy. Let's see here. I don't know. Wait. I gotta find it. But let me see if I can get that for you. But in the meanwhile.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Well, guys, you know what that means. As I am trying to find this Mummy movie, we have a guest backstage. It's been a while, too. Y'all know who it is. Coming to the stage right now.
I lived my entire life waiting for this moment. Indingo Indidaka! Unyanaka Njobu! I found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. Nah, I'm your king. Come on.
Yes, it is Larry, aka Killmonger. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you doing? How are you feeling today?
I am feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Just talking about this movie news.
Yeah,
right
first
now,
of all, no to
that.
Liam Neeson, yes to Brendan Fraser. So there you go.
Okay. Nice. I like that. What? So you are a fan of the old Mummy franchise?
I am. I'm a fan of the old Mummy franchise, and I like it. I want them to bring it back, but I want them to do it in sort of the fun action adventure comedy that it was, and not that sort of trying to be scary, trying to be too serious thing that they did with, well, what's his name, Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
You know, I wasn't really into that, but I like the Mummy is in the sort of the same vein I thought of as like Indiana Jones. Not to say that they were the same quality movie, but they were in that same vein where they were at big productions, action adventures, but they were also funny.
Gotcha.
And
I like that.
And it should be that. It should stay that way.
I agree, because they didn't do too well with the one with Tom Cruise. It wasn't the best. But guys, I know there's a few people that haven't been here. This is the first time here, so if you don't know, of course, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. This gentleman is, very, very hilarious, very, very funny. You know, has great insight. You can follow him on social media. His information is also in the description of this video and on my channel tab. Everyone is loving to see you, Larry. So that's what's up, man. And so thank you for being here, my brother. I appreciate it.
I'm loving to see them. I'm
yes,
glad to be back. You know, I will say this. I know it's going backwards a little bit, but I was so disappointed when I read the news about Liam Neeson and Police Academy, because I grew up on Police Academy, man. Naked Gun, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, you know, that was just big no. I mean, the dude is a racist who was out there looking to kill black folks because something bad happened to one of his family members and used that as an excuse to unleash his racist horde, you know, horribleness. And I just think like you just can't help you. I don't know why this dude's still working. You know, I don't want to see him. When I see movies he's in, I actively do not watch them. You know, it's just the way it is. I actively avoid that dude's production. So I'm just letting you know, Hollywood folk out there, if you're watching this, I'm saying it out loud. There's a lot of people out there who are not saying it, but are feeling it and doing it. Liam Neeson, when he is in a movie, means I and people like me are not watching it.
Cool. Well, thank you for that, Larry. I'm gonna cut it in with the other one. You know, when I take it out, that's why I switched the background. But I appreciate this, sir. Now, going back to the Mummy here, I just want to look at this real quick before we move on. $80 million budget, 415 worldwide. So they made a sequel.
Good to me.
Yep, that was smart. The Mummy Returns, $98 million budget, 40, you know, still profitable. Made a little less, but
they didn't give it much of an increase considering how well it did.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, 80 million, well, 18 million. That's fair. That's fair. $18 million increase. And then the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
It looks like it probably just about broke even, maybe.
Yeah. Just you know, that budget shot out. So 145 times 3. 435 would have you know, 3 times. And so I don't know, you guys. I'm looking forward to a Mummy 4 with Brendan Fraser coming back. You know, I had a lot of fun with those films, and you know, I think there's still a lot of story to tell. You know, there's a ton of, you know, mummies and skeletons across the planet that they can get into.
You know what I hope they don't do, though?
What's that?
I hope they don't try and send him on some crazy yo-yo diet where they have him now trying to lose 150 pounds and try and get all abbed up and look like, you know, the old sort of young version of himself that's fit. I hope they have him sort of the older dude that has some pounds on him. He's a bit out of shape. And I hope they write that into the script. So as he's running around trying to do all this stuff, he's running around as if he's a 50-something-year-old man who's not like, you know, who's not some dude who's worked out every day of his life, because that to me makes it much more real and funny than it would be if you just try and make him this, you know, basically a continuation of his younger self.
It just depends on how they tell it in the execution, because I see your point, but at the same time, he was already in shape. And 2, if you're living that type of lifestyle, if that's your career, if that's what you do, you know, you're going to be in some type of physical shape anyway to go on these expeditions and treks and adventures and stuff. And so I don't want them turning him to a fat Thor.
No, I don't want him to be a fat Thor, but I want them to write it in such a way that he's not like, I mean, yes, obviously, if you're out there and you're being this Indiana Jones type of anthropologist dude that's out there and you're just running around for decades, sure, you're going to stay in shape. But I would really love to have him. Maybe they show him show a picture of him all fit from the past, and maybe they show an old photo of him and he's all abbed up, and then they cut forward. Maybe they're not even cutting forward. Maybe they're just showing what he used to look like, and then they go and enter the classroom, and he's like in there teaching a class or doing whatever, and he's gained 40 pounds, and he's no longer looking like that, and people are like, "Whoa, what happened?" But what happened is 20 years. That's what I mean. To me, that would be funnier, because when you look at the reality of life, most people don't go from being abbed up in their 20s or 30s to looking the exact same way when they're in their 50s. They just don't. Right. And so it would be funnier. I think it would give opportunities for another actor to come in to maybe be that action star. He can be in there, but you can also have somebody else that has the opportunity to sort of do the running, the jumping, all the other stuff. And then maybe they can take over the franchise and he can pass the torch.
Appreciate it, man. And again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there is a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure.
And somebody said you can't run from monsters with a dad bod. Harrison Ford was running from all kinds of stuff when he had the dude was like 70 years old the last movie he made. I don't know how old he was, but dude was old.
Well, to speak about Harrison Ford, that is bringing us over to topic number 4. And this is coming from Slash Film right here. Marvel recruits Harrison Ford to replace the late William Hurt in the MCU. I believe they have the exclusive. Now, this was rumored last week or the week before that, but now I believe it is official. And again, if you're watching this, there's a link to this in the description box below. But we can independently confirm that the news announced live on the Hot Mic with John Roca and Jeff Snyder is in fact true. The role of Thaddeus Ross will be recast with, yep, you're reading this correctly, Harrison Ford. Thaddeus Ross has been recast with Harrison Ford. There are major franchise castings, and then there are major franchise castings. Harrison Ford joining the MCU certainly qualifies as the latter. Put a nice feather in the cap of Kevin Feige as the Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Blade Runner star can now add superheroes to his legendary resume. Obviously, a man of Ford's age won't be expected to do much in the way of genuine action, although then again, he has completed filming on the next Indiana Jones sequel, but the source material has featured Thaddeus Ross playing a similar kind of role for the Thunderbolts anti-hero team as DC's Amanda Waller for the Suicide Squad. While one could assume Ford will play a major role in the Thunderbolts movie, Snyder reports that he will make his debut as the character in the upcoming Captain America New World Order. Larry, how are you feeling about this, man? Are you excited that Harrison Ford is now part of the MCU and is recasting? I mean, how you feeling about this whole thing?
I think they just did this because they didn't feel like having to do all the new paperwork and getting somebody signed into Disney. I mean, Harrison Ford, this brother has made I feel like 80% of his movies have been out of the Mouse House, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I mean, I'm not mad at it. I like Harrison Ford. The dude's cool with me, I mean, you can't replace what's his name voice, because dude's voice was just bomb. But I'm not mad at this at all. I think Harrison Ford is he's gonna be good. I personally would have rather seen somebody else come in there, and again, I'm not trying to be ageist or anything. But these Marvel movies, man, these phases run for a long, long time. And I really just think it's best to put some people in there that are a little bit younger, that can potentially go for a decade or even longer. And I'm not sure that's going to be Harrison Ford.
Okay.
Here comes a new challenger!
And guys, we know what that means. Got somebody else backstage coming up right now. Who is it? Let's see.
You called. I'm gonna clean you out again.
Welcome, I'm Lando Calrissian. I'm the administrator of this facility.
Wookiees stand out in the crowd. It's good to see you too, old buddy.
We had each other.
Hold on, Chewie.
Mr. Elliott with Movie Files. Hello, sir. How you doing today, my brother?
Brandon, Larry, how we doing, guys? How we doing?
Pretty
Elliott,
good, man. Pretty good.
How you
pretty
feeling,
good.
man?
Doing good, man. It's Sunday, fun day. Brandon always dropping the ESPN latest news for us, man. So I'm doing good, Larry.
Perfect. Guys, if you didn't know, this is Elliott with Movie Files. Handle on the screen, in the description, and on my channel tab. And guys, this man just crossed 40,000 subscribers.
Blowing
and
all
so,
the way
you know,
up.
give him a round of applause right there and subscribe to him if you
Man.
haven't already. But Elliott, we are on this fourth topic right now. Your boy Harrison Ford is now confirmed as the late Thunderbolt Thaddeus Ross in the MCU Thunderbolts. My brother, how you feeling about it?
Ooh, y'all gentlemen smell that? Ooh, I smell some BS here, man. I think the elephant in the room, man. Obviously, shout out to E-Man and everyone with the movement of recast T'Challa. This is I thought that the rules were somewhat established. That, you know, if an actor tragically passes away, which happened in this case with William Hurt, that they would probably obviously, and again, not comparing Thaddeus Ross to T'Challa and everything like that, but I just thought it was maybe a rule that was going to be placed that we, you know, acknowledge these actors and what they bring to the table, and we would either retire the character or maybe have someone else come in to maybe take in the shoes of Valentina. Maybe who's going to be the next character to kind of replace that character, but I guess not, gentlemen. I guess not. But of course, hasn't been confirmed yet from the actual people that be with Marvel. But we know where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, that we've been hearing the rumbling since last week, and it's been something that's been rumored for a while. And yeah, man, we'll see. We will see. I'm not a fan of it though. Shout out to Harrison Ford doing his thing at his older age, still getting big jobs. I'm surprised that he would want to do this job at this point of his career. Like, I completely agree with Larry. I would have thought that if they were to recast, which it seems they're doing, they would have maybe given to someone that could play the role maybe for a little bit longer. And nothing, you know, Harrison Ford can, you know, nothing against him as far as age goes, but I would have thought they would have went with someone maybe that could play the role for a little bit longer. But man, I'm very, I want to hear Nate Moore's opinion. Can we get Nate Moore on this call, Brandon? Can we get
I know. Let me
gentlemen on the call, see how they feel
But-
about that?
But yeah, man, my 2 cents on this is I just I'm happy for Harrison Ford. I think it's, you know, I'm happy to see him in the role.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anybody better to come in, and I don't think he's not going to be doing a bunch of action stuff. Not to say he can't, but
Right.
you know, I think he's just going to be in the suit, you know, in uniform, you know, delivering his lines. And if he does become, you know, She-Hulk, of course, you can always do that in the studio and some type of booth or something like that, you know, to my understanding. And so, I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm glad they was able to get him. But hopefully, you know, we'll see at the end credits of Wakanda Forever. You know, hopefully we'll get that. We're recasting T'Challa as well. But we're just gonna see. But guys, let us know down in the comment section what you think about this. If you're happy, on the fence, or don't care about Harrison Ford now being in the MCU cast as the Red Hulk, aka Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. And now to some little juicy news right here. You got celebrities calling out celebrities in Hollywood. And I necessarily can't say that I do not agree with them. And this is topic number 5 right here, coming from Variety. And why is the background not changed? Am I tripping? Okay, there we go. Topic number 5 from Variety. Issa Rae calls out Hollywood for protecting Ezra Miller. They're a repeat offender, yet there's still an effort to save the Flash. And that is a pretty young woman right there. Issa Rae said in a recent interview with Elle magazine that everything going on with Ezra Miller represents a microcosm of Hollywood, most notably how the industry continues to protect offenders. Miller was arrested twice in Hawaii this year, once for disorderly conduct and harassment, and they were also cited in Vermont with felony burglary. Back in 2020, Miller was seen in a video recorded choking a woman outside of a bar in Iceland. Despite all these incidents, the middle-aged comic book tentpole The Flash is still set for release in June of 2023 from Warner Brothers, with Miller recently filming reshoots for the movie. While I don't support people jumping to immediate conclusions, and I think it's entirely fair for investigations to happen, I think it's extremely important to, like the mantra says, listen to women, Ray told Elle. I'm going to be real. The stuff that's happening with Ezra Miller is, to me, a microcosm of Hollywood. There's this person who is a repeat offender who has been behaving atrociously. And as opposed to shutting them down and shutting the production down, there's an effort to save the movie and them. That's a clear example of the lengths that Hollywood will go to save itself and to protect offenders, Ray continued. So don't do that, and women may be able to thrive. They won't have to live in fear of keeping silent because it'll ruin their careers. It's just a constant pattern of abuse that only persists if Hollywood continues to insist on being this way. And yeah, she I'll continue on in a second. Well, let me keep going. In a statement provided to Variety in August by a representative of the actor, Miller confirmed that they've been seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. And I don't want to read that again because we have 12 times and I don't believe it, but that's just him pretending that he's sorry. But Elliot, I'm coming to you, man. How do you feel? I mean, we've talked about Ezra Miller ad nauseum.
Yeah.
About his behavior, the studio's response, everybody's response to this. But now I think this is the first time we actually have another celebrity in Hollywood that's calling him out. I could be incorrect. So y'all can let me know if I'm wrong, but I want to come to you first, man. How are you feeling about these comments from Issa Rae? Do you agree, disagree? Does she have a point? Is she out of place? How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, no, I thought it was actually pretty tame, if I'm being honest. I mean, to me, she was speaking facts as far as Ezra Miller's situation goes. That if it was someone else, maybe of a different ethnicity, I mean, hell, we saw what happened with Ray Fisher, with everything that he called out, all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And man, I haven't heard of Ray Fisher since that. So I mean, he's been shut out of Hollywood essentially. I know he has a couple smaller projects in the work and some Broadway things, but it doesn't seem to be the case with Ezra Miller. Now, of course, we all know kind of since you mentioned Brandon, we've been talking about this for what it seems like 2 years now. We know that the Flash film is the most probably expensive film in recent memory with so many reshoots and all the different stuff. So we know that there was a lot more on the line as far as throwing away the film or recasting it. I understand that. But Issa, she's speaking facts to me, guys. I don't really think that there's nothing she said that is out of line or out of pocket or left field. I think she's speaking the facts here, man. But I'm very curious on what you disagree with there or what she said, Brandon. I'm very curious on that. But hey, shout out to Issa Rae, telling the truth, man.
Did I say I disagree with her?
I thought so.
No, I don't. If I did, I didn't mean
Maybe
to.
I misunderstood. Okay.
Larry, how you feeling about this?
I think she should stay in her lane.
Oh, snap. Keep going.
I think this is none of her business. And I think just as I mean, for instance, as Elliot mentioned when what's his name? From I forgot his name escapes me. You just even said it.
No, Ray Fisher.
Yeah, Ray Fisher. I mean, dude was actually the one that had stuff happen to him. And when he called out the BS, he basically got blackballed. It doesn't take a lot for people to push you to the side as a black person. And she may think, okay, well, I can do this, I can do that. I'm writing my own projects. I don't need anybody to cast me, except you do need people to fund you. And so I think there's a time and a place to go up and say something against somebody. And this has nothing to do with her personally. It has nothing to do with her productions. It has nothing to do with her. She should leave that to other people. Let them deal with it. Now, if this had been something that happened on one of her sets or one of her actors that's in one of her productions, cool, go for it. But just to jump into the fray, to what end? To what end? Do you honestly think you saying something is going to change the way Hollywood's working? Do you think it's going to change anything with this particular situation? They have hundreds of this film is costing what, $100 and something million? You think they're going to get rid of this dude? 200 million? You think that because Issa Rae says something that they're going to stop and say, "Oh, Issa Rae said something. We need to go ahead and revisit this situation. Maybe we should get rid of him and reshoot all of his scenes," which is everything.
Okay.
I mean, come on, man. All you're doing is putting yourself in harm's way. And to what end?
So can I ask you a question?
This is. Let me just say this one last thing. This is one of those things where they say, choose your battles. Not saying that you should not jump in, but choose your battles. And this was a poorly chosen battle.
Okay, and that's what I want to ask you. Are you saying that she should? Because one of the things you said at the beginning was she should stay in her place or stay in her lane. Are you only saying that because it could possibly harm her career on getting financed or getting deals with everybody else? Or do you feel that what she is saying is wrong? The reason why I'm asking is because at one point in this article, it states, she says that, I'm paraphrasing, it'll give women confidence and they won't have to live in fear and of keeping silent because it'll ruin their careers. You know, that's important, and not just in Hollywood.
See, I call BS on that, because she's throwing some gender-ish stuff on there. And as we just mentioned, with Ray Fisher, had nothing to do with gender, and his career got torpedoed when he brought up the horribleness that was happening on that set. So I mean, not to say that gender does never play a role, but gender in this sense, it doesn't necessarily have to be gender. It's just something that's happening. And so, to me, this is what I think. Issa Rae is not, and she's not just an individual. She's not just a Ray Fisher or an Ezra Miller or somebody else. She's an employer. She's a writer, a producer, and an actor. She is an employer, and when she jumps into the fray, she runs the risk of putting lots and lots and lots of people out of work, because she felt the need to say something about a situation that does not involve her. Now, I'm not saying that she cannot speak up on certain issues. I'm not saying that if this had happened to her on one of her sets, that she couldn't say something about it. But the fact of the matter is, it didn't. And she's jumping into something that really, there's only a downside to this. I don't see an upside to her saying anything about this. I only see downside.
That makes sense. I see what you're saying as far as a business standpoint, and that, you know, like it could possibly burn bridges as far as, you know, working with other groups of people. I got you there. I still respect her, and I'm still, me personally, I'm glad that she said something. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, I respect that she's bold enough. That's fine. That's cool. But I see what you're saying as far as the business side. You know, I can kind of agree with you there. You know, because it's not on her sets, and it's not that Ray was only harming women, because if that was the case, I would even have a stronger opinion. But it seems like everybody's getting, you know, his mayhem of chaos, whether it's men or women. Okay, I got you.
A couple more things too. As far as the context of this, I'll read the article a little bit later, but I would assume that this was just like posed to her versus her just like calling Variety and say, "Hey, I got something to say about Ezra. Can you come to my place where you can get this article?" This was like probably on a red carpet or an interview of some nature.
Well, let's see. I mean, this is the article from Elle, the original thing. I don't know how I didn't read this. I just read the Variety one, so I don't know exactly what they was talking about. But that's a good question, man. I guess I should have dig a little deeper to see the full context.
And I was going to say, kind of to bring it back around, I would assume that if it was brought up to her, you know, we all know that she had a very popular show that ran on TV for quite a few years. She has many other productions under the HBO umbrella, which is in conjunction with Warner Brothers. So to go back to Larry's point, I think that this, not saying that it was indirectly affecting one of her crew or talent, but it is under her employers. So she has, you know, if I was working for Warner Brothers and one of my, you know, peers or whatnot are doing some crazy things, and again, to each their own, I think she had every right to kind of speak to that, because she does work for Warner Brothers, she does work for HBO, and she is saying, "Hey, HBO, you know, I thought we were one, you know, same beat, same rhythm, and you guys got employees running around doing crazy things and still being employed." I think it kind of speaks to the greater picture.
Elliot, I think that's stretching it, bro. I really, really do. My wife works for the federal government. That doesn't give her necessarily the right to go speak on what's happening with some other department than what she works for, just because it's under the same umbrella. Now, I would say, and I'm almost willing to guarantee you, if you go look at her productions, the ones that have completed, the ones she's working on, I bet you there's been complaints in there somewhere. And she could speak if she wants to find an opportunity to speak about issues, then choose your own productions to speak about them.
Well, I was rocking with you, but you said I was rocking with you, but then Larry, you said I'm sure there's complaints. Complaints are one thing versus assaulting people and kidnapping and grooming.
I understand all that, but my point is if you want to talk about issues that affect you in that sense. And partly it's because I don't see any upside for her at all by talking about this. All I see is downside for her, downside for the people that work for her. And if I can tell you right now, if I work for a company and I find out that my company starts talking about some controversial stuff that's going to potentially affect my employment, I am pissed. I'm like, shut your effing mouth. Why are you even bringing this up? Why are you talking about something that's not going to benefit us and potentially harm us?
Okay, I got you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think down in the comment section. We are very curious to know. Let me grab some of these super chats real quick. Tareen again for $4.99. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
Ezra has a Trinity on his side, member of the Academy, LGBT, true white male, and yeah, all of that. I can't disagree with you there.
Full armor.
You know what I'm saying? Vibranium, and adamantium combined. No, thank you, Torian. I do appreciate it. And also from the stock market master Gene himself, Lamont Tyson would get a life game. My goodness gracious, my brother. Thank you so much. Great group of super content providers, man. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. Wish you can be here with us tonight, but understand life is busy. But thank you, my brother, for blessing the chat like that. But guys, again, this is our articles in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. A lot of good points was made tonight from Elliot, Larry, and myself. I'm going to toot my own horn too. But let us know what you think in the comment section, so we are all dying to know. And now let's go ahead and move on to a topic number 6, little comic book news right here. You know, we're getting excited for this film that's about to come out next Friday. It's been talked about for the longest, but now it's finally here, and we may get an idea of what's coming in the future as well. This is amazing. Dwayne The Rock, this is topic number 6 coming from Deadline. Dwayne The Rock Johnson says he absolutely intends to make Black Adam Superman crossover film. That is the whole point of the upcoming anti-hero standalone. And he also made some comments on Jimmy Fallon, and we're going to go over that too. But real quick first, Dwayne Johnson has confirmed that he absolutely intends to make a Black Adam Superman crossover film, going as far to say that the prospect was the whole point of making the forthcoming movie. Johnson comments came in recent interviews with Cinemablend, in which he reiterated that a new era of DC Universe is about to kick off. What I meant by that was introducing a brand new character. It's not a sequel, not an existing IP. It was, Black Adam. He said 2 years ago, the world had no idea who he was. We just did, but not, the rest, the mass out there. Introducing the JSA, Justice Society of America, introducing that new era of DC Universe. Now, also, this may be considered slight spoilers for the upcoming film Black Adam. And so if you just don't want to be spoiled at all, and I don't really think it spoilers myself, you can
it's the cat's out of the bag.
Hit the mute button or something. But here we go. Yeah, tell me what you think it is. Oh, is it not gonna work? Oh, it's coming. It's just taking a long time. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry.
I'm gonna listen. While this is loading, I'm excited for this film. I cannot wait to see this movie for many reasons.
Yeah, I am too. And it says your browser is having trouble sharing this video. Well, that sucks.
I'm gonna reserve judgment on this movie. I'm gonna wait and see, because I can just tell you right now, every time I've gone into anything DC related excited, I have come out disappointed.
Oh, Larry, you're killing me, bro.
And so I'm gonna go in with my expectations so low that I can't help but come out excited about it. I feel like I want to go in there thinking this is gonna be a SpongeBob SquarePants movie and come out happy, because I'll say the only DC, I shouldn't say all DC properties, because the only DC properties that I go into that I actually like are like their villain movies. Suicide Squad, the Joker, those are great, but their superhero movies have been trash.
Well, hey, The Rock is a villain, man, in some eyes, Larry.
Yeah, he's kind of not really though. Black Adam's really sort of
he's a different type of breed.
He's sort of an anti. I don't know. Yeah. But we'll see.
I don't know why nothing wants to play. This don't make sense. But
I want to like it though.
Yeah.
I want to like it. So I'm rooting
Y'all hear that?
for. No, we can't hear it. We can see it, but we couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. Maybe I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of The Rock in the first place, so I'm not it's not like I'm rooting for him per se, but I am rooting for all of the DC fanboys who love DC and
muted?
have also been
One screen,
disappointed.
it's like the audio button was muted
Yeah,
on the
on the play controls. It
Yeah, on
looks
the play control, it looked like the audio was off. Or is that the like a screenshot of the?
yeah,
y'all can't
maybe.
hear it.
Mm-mm.
No.
Damn it.
So,
Okay. All right. Well, sorry about that, guys.
No worries.
Don't have no video. I don't know why it's acting crazy like that. But he was basically just talking about how Superman, well, and I just said it myself, character may pop up in the post-credit scene of Black Adam, but
Yeah.
it's not working. Damn. Well, sorry about that, but
I heard something there.
Huh?
Something's just playing. I don't know if that was a commercial or.
You can hear that?
yeah, we can hear that.
Hear that, yeah. Is that the clip?
Hold on.
No. I will say this while you get this loaded up.
Yeah, there it is.
Here, it's not coming through like loud and clear, but we can hear it through your speakers.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it's coming from like a TV in the background, but I can hear it.
Tell me when they were making this super suit for you for Black Adam. I mean, of course.
It was, and now it's a very
man's arm, yo. His arm is the size of my.
I didn't know until I saw
whole thigh.
No, wait a second. And the JSA, and just so you guys know, and many of you probably do know, the JSA predated the Justice League. So the JSA was the very first superhero group, man, and we stand them on their feet in Black Adam.
Oh yeah,
and it is amazing.
Of course, no spoilers here. Let's just say something happens, and people are going to freak out. People are going to freak out, and fans have been kind of asking this for a long time, and I heard that you had a lot of responsibility for making what happens happen.
So when you guys see the movie, you see Black Adam, what you're going to see, like I said, I said, we want to build out the DC universe, introduce Black Adam, introduce other characters as well in the JSA. I have been saying this is a new era in the DC universe that I love, that we love. It's a new era. Yes, we're going to introduce new characters, but also the new era means listen to the fans. You got to listen to the fans. And for a very long time, for years, you guys know, fans have been screaming. They've been upset. Like, hey, we established Black Adam as the most powerful and unstoppable force on this planet. The most powerful and unstoppable force in the entire universe has been on the sidelines for too long. So myself, $7, Danny Garcia, Hiram Garcia, we fought, and we weren't going to take no for an answer. We were going to deliver it to the fans, and then at the end, welcome home.
So what do y'all think of that right there? Y'all make you happy, make you upset? How you feeling about that?
I listen, Larry. Do you want to go first, man? Because I'm giddy. I bleed DC colors. So you want to go first, Larry?
Somebody, I think it was Herbert Scott in the comments, said it really. I think he said it very succinctly. He said the fact that a post-credit scene might make or break this film is proof the expectations were low as hell. I have to agree. If you need a post-credit scene to validate and make the film good, then the film's probably not good. But I'm not going to say that because I haven't seen it.
Right.
I think B has already seen it, but I'm just going to say I'm simply going to wait and watch. I'm going to go in with low expectations because I have been disappointed by DC so many times. I'm going to go in with low expectations and hope that I'm surprised and pleased by it because I want this to do well. I want it to win and succeed because there's a lot of DC people out there that love them. I've never been like the biggest DC fan because I think all their heroes and everybody are too goody two shoe and they're not real. They don't come off as real. I like people that are a little bit complicated and real in their lives. I like characters like Deadpool they're real to me. They have real issues in their life, you know? And so I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping it does well.
Elliot.
Larry, I love it. I love it, Larry. DC, listen, Larry. DC to me, characters are beyond complex. In my opinion, way more complex than some of the characters from the MCU, especially that a lot of them kind of almost mirror a lot of the DC characters, especially with the more grounded and rooted characters. But as far as this goes, listen, Larry and Brandon, everyone in chat, I could not be more excited for this. Without saying it, but with saying it, as The Rock kind of said in this clip, yes, a particular character has been completely sidelined, which is just bananas to me. This would be like if Marvel got the rights to someone like a Spider-Man, which they have the collaboration with Sony, they just didn't know what to do with him, just kind of keep him in the shelf and just kind of playing around and hinting at things. But this is a character that is a focal point of the DC universe, especially when it comes to the Trinity. And I'm beyond excited for it. And to go back to that comment that Larry talked about earlier, about laying the laurels and the foundation of the post-credit scene, I don't see it that way. I see it more of a sense of the establishment of what that post-credit means for the future of the DC universe, and particularly that actor that has been wanting to continue to play that role and has kept the particular outfit in their closet, and the fans like me have been yearning and crying and yelling to get this character back, because for me that particular iteration is the best version of the character in my personal opinion. So I think it speaks more to just like see the film for the post-credit scenes. No, see the film because it means that for the first time since 2013 of them opening DCEU, we're getting some interconnectivity for the first time in a very long time, and not being kind of haphazard or just thrown in there for the sake of just fan service. But now they're saying, listen, we're finally making sure that we have villains and heroes and JSA and Justice League and Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, all playing in the same sandbox, which we haven't had that. And to Larry's point, we've had a Joker standalone. We just had the Batman standalone. We had Peacemaker, which, by the way, Larry, I'll put my money on all the DC products we've gotten so far. I'm referring to Peacemaker and the Batman have been better than anything that the MCU has put out this entire year, in my opinion. But it means that we can finally have an interconnected world and not have 19 different characters running on different multiverses. So it speaks a lot to the future of the DC universe, and I am beyond excited for it. And shout out to The Rock, man, the people's champ. I've been a fan of his since his wrestling days, and this is a great wrestler's move to bring in, this is like WWE finally kind of getting all their heavy hitters under one roof and having some great entertainment, man. So I'm beyond excited for this. And the DC, Larry, they're coming, my friend. They are coming.
I hope so. I hope so, because I would like for Marvel to have some competition.
Yes, and it's coming. Even though, like I said, I think all their projects have been better than anything that Marvel's done all year.
Oh, okay, my fault. Thank you. I do disagree with Herbert, though. I don't think that the film is relying on the post-credit scene. I just think that it's getting a lot of attention. It has nothing. It's just a scene, and people are talking about it right now. I don't think, Warner Brothers is guys, look right here what our post-credit scene is. Come to the movie for that. They're not. I haven't seen a TV spot that says, and wait till the post-credit scene. Just
they're not going to say that, of course.
Yeah. Well, true, but I don't think this relying on that. But I'm happy with this. I couldn't be happier. I don't need Superman to possibly pop up in the post-credit scene, but I'm not upset about it either. And so I think this is going to be pretty good, and I'm looking forward to it.
Here's another issue I have that possibly could, and I hope it's not a problem, but it could be. And that is, I wonder if The Rock has been posting so much about this. He posts constantly about his workout regimen, getting ready for this role. He's been posting nonstop about this. And I wonder if we're going to actually be able to see Black Adam, or if when we watch this, all we're going to see is The Rock. And I'm just kind of curious because he's talked about it so much. I wonder if that's going to be an issue, if you're actually going to see the character versus seeing the man.
Are you planning on going to the theater to see this, Larry?
I found it. I'm still not going into a theater because I'm just not, but I did find a drive-in movie theater. It's a little ways away. So I think I'm probably going to actually go out and see it.
Ooh, okay. Because if you want to join me, we can go live next weekend.
What day does it come out on?
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
So just let me know. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comment section whether you're watching this via live or the replay, what you think about this. the comments that he made on Jimmy Fallon, the comments right here.
Can I
all
say
that good
one more
stuff.
thing before you wrap it up?
Yeah.
Only thing that I will say that is a little bit of a negative for me, even though I just spoke so highly about the DCEU, it is kind of, it's funny that he's leapfrogging over his actual person that he's connected to, which is Shazam, and going straight to the source of Superman. So that is a little bit of like, that would be almost like, I don't know, Venom coming out with a movie and saying, skip over Spider-Man. I want to fight, I don't know, whoever, Captain America or something like that. It's like, which is, it happens in the comics, but not as often as you would expect from us. Venom, Spider-Man, and a la Black Adam and Shazam is so interconnected. So it is kind of weird that he's leapfrogging over Shazam and going straight to the most powerful person in the universe. But we'll see. I assume Shazam's going to make his way into that crossover event film as well.
I will say this other thing too, and this is not, well, it's all related, but there's been a lot of talk about The Rock potentially running for president at some point. And he had, for those of you who don't know, The Rock has some pretty conservative political views. And he has said some things throughout the years that have gotten people to be like, whoa, wait a minute. We thought we liked you. And I think that would be an absolutely horrible move for him to try and run for any type of office, especially if he's going to, if he thinks he's going to continue to do these movies. You're not going to be a politician and also be an active, actor in a big franchise for one. But also, I think it's just horrible if he really goes out there and he starts to put out his political views. I think it's horrible for this franchise because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be so turned off by his views, regardless of what his views are. If he's on the left, if he's on the right, it doesn't matter. People are going to be turned off by it. And I think all these people who are calling for him to be president, I think he should shut them down with he should shut them down just with nothing else in there. He keeps giving this thing, well, I'm more focused on my family right now. He keeps saying all that. He needs to shut that door. He needs to shut it and leave it shut and for at least a good 5 to 7 years.
Well, thank you, Larry. Appreciate it, man. And you guys let us know what you think down below, how you think about all our commentary and what you think the movie will turn out to be. But guys, we now have the last topic of the day. Movie just came out this past weekend. I think it is Elliot's favorite out of the whole year.
Oh my gosh!
Right now, we're talking about this Halloween Ends. The final chapter in the series. Right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it is at a 41% from the critics. I know.
Jesus, that bad?
Yeah, I know a few
Larry,
people
that is much higher than I was anticipating. I'll tell you that.
Right. $58 million worldwide, and it did fairly okay at the box office. But we're going to be talking about full spoilers from now on. I don't know. I can look it up in a second. Larry, have you seen the film?
I have not. I don't really get out with horror films like that too often. So. And there's really nothing on here. When I saw the trailers, there was nothing in here that really made me want to see it. The only reason why I would just possibly watch this movie is because I love Jamie Lee Curtis. That woman is fantastic. I loved her since the way, way early days when I saw her, I think in like Trading Places and some of the other, older stuff. She's fantastic. But even she wasn't enough to get me interested to watch this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that from now on, we're going to be talking full spoilers for Halloween Ends.
Spoil away.
This is the last topic of the day. And so if you have not seen the film and you don't want to be spoiled, I thank you for tuning in to our broadcast today. But if you do care about being spoiled, or you don't care, feel free to stay and have some fun.
Let me ask you, B, how did you think this compared to the other movies?
Well, I'm gonna get there, man. Let me do my thing. But I have my own review on my channel, and Elliot does as well. Also, I saw that Elliot has like a ranking of all 13 films and also a ranking of these new films as well. I saw it. Just real quick, Elliot, I don't want to spoil it for anybody out there that hasn't seen it. And I do agree with your ranking as well. So to answer your question, Larry, Elliot can answer it right now. But out of Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, how do you rank these three?
It is. Listen, Halloween Ends is at the bottom of the barrel, Larry. You ain't missing out, my friend. I wouldn't recommend it to my worst enemy to see this film because it is a waste of breath, of time, and energy, and finances. So it's at the bottom for me. Then next is Kills, which is crazy, Larry. Because by the way, have you seen any of the newer ones since the reboot of the trilogy since 2018?
I think I only saw like the very first of the reboot.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Kills was atrocious last year. It was a very bad film, but this film Ends makes that one look even better because of a certain character, which is highlighted in his own franchise, is more involved in Kills. And then number one for me is 2018. It's the best story of the three. It's the most cohesive, most focused, and it's just the best film out of the newer trilogy, tied into my favorite horror film of all time, which is 78 Halloween. So yeah, that's kind of my personal ranking on the new three ones.
Yeah, I agree. The first one that came out in 2018, that's the best, and I still wasn't in love with that one. I thought Halloween Kills was atrocious, and I just didn't understand why. Yeah, I didn't understand all that and why they sidelined Laurie Strode.
Yeah,
they put her and Michael didn't even meet, but this right here is the most absolute worst piece of garbage I've ever seen in my entire life, Larry. It was horrible. If you're watching out there, I hated it. Going to this is supposed to end the franchise. This is supposed to be the icing, the cherry on the top of the cake,
right?
And it started out well. It was a different direction because this is full spoilers. There was a babysitter by the name of Corey that accidentally kicked a boy over the stair railing on the third floor, sending him to his death, like breaking his neck and his bones.
Brutal.
And it was horrible. And I did not expect it at the very beginning of this film. It was a shocker. I did not know why they started the film that way, but I was impressed and I was really interested and where they were going with that. Elliot, how did you feel about that opening scene?
Couldn't agree with you more, B. I thought that the opening was very, very disturbing and off-putting because it's rare that you see kids dying in films. If it is, it's kind of off-screen or kind of alluded to. But Larry, man, again, I don't recommend you ever see this film. But if you happen to be on an airplane and someone's playing it, or if it's the only thing playing, then, sure, maybe take a nap. I would probably recommend taking a nap. But the first, they kill this kid, Larry. He falls on his face, boom, thump on the ground, blood, mom screaming. And the reason that I liked it, B, is because again, being a fan of this franchise, it was so it was so a reminiscence of 1978's Halloween when we saw Michael make his first kill. And it's just like that innocence was at that point. That's where any innocence or any goodwill that Corey would have had against the people or even himself, he probably questioned himself after that, where that just went away because he's now going to be known as a murderer. So that opening was really, really well done and kind of tying into this, how Michael has the grip over the town. Even 4 years later, people are killing themselves. Listen, Larry, again, this film is absolutely trash, my friend, but the opening, pretty solid. But that lasts all but about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and after that, Larry, we continue to get to know this character right here, Corey. His real name is Rohan Campbell. I've never heard of him before, but at the 15-minute mark, it's staying on him. The 20-minute mark, 30-minute mark, all the way up to about 40, 45, 50 minutes. It's focusing on Ron. And one of the things that I really couldn't stand in this movie, here's his character right here, and this is a scene where he is getting bullied. But never in my bullies exist. It is real. Unfortunately, I wish it would stop. But never in my life have I personally seen bullies be smaller than the victim. This guy had a good 20, 30 pounds on each of them and could have easily manhandled them, in my opinion. Just without any effort.
Which he does later in the film.
Yeah, but he's getting punked by the most unrealistic group of high school students I've ever seen. I would say in my review that these characters would never hang out. You have these two white boys, a white girl, and this black girl, and their relationship and friendship was just completely unrealistic. The acting was pretty shit too. It didn't make any sense to me. I didn't understand. And these kids are really dangerous. This scene right here, they're damn near murderers. Because he got his feelings hurt, this guy wants to throw this dude over a bridge. And I don't know. Bullies exist, but I didn't know to that degree. But Ailey, how did you feel about the high schoolers, man?
Oh my gosh.
Did you hang out with anybody growing up like that, or
no?
Or
not at all. Not at all. It was very unrealistic, just like this movie, and it was just the terrible writing. As you mentioned, B, there's a jock Larry. There, as you can see on the screen, there's like a hipster, there's like a band girl, and then there's like a random girl who's like a goth that's hanging out. It's like this is the most unrealistic group of teenagers I've ever seen. It was like Archie comic characters meet CW. It was absolutely stupid and dumb as hell. And like B said, yes, there is bullying. We can acknowledge that, but my man Corey was 22, 23 years old, and these are probably sophomore, juniors in high school. And as the film gives us later, because he does, I will say, B and Larry, because we're talking spoilers, those kids, I don't condone violence whatsoever, but in the context of this film, they got what they deserve, because he kills them later in the film pretty brutally, and it was the best kills of the film. But that was their best. That's what they brought to the table. Them getting killed was the best part of their whole role. Everything else was just ridiculous.
Yeah, and Larry, imagine you're just at a gas station, a corner store, right? And you're standing outside just trying to eat your Lunchable, drink your milk.
Right. Mind your business.
And a bunch of 16, 17-year-olds come up to you like, hey, man, I'm underage, but I got a few dollars right here. Can you get us a couple of 6-packs, a couple of beers? And you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to buy alcohol for some high schoolers. And they get upset and continue to beat your ass in front of the store. It's just like, I don't ever see that happening ever, and that's kind of how it starts off. That's kind of how we're introduced to these characters. And it's just really over the top, And let me say, I got a super chat from JoJo for $4.99. Larry, pay close attention to their disgust at Halloween Ends, because they're going to give Black Panther 2 the same type of reviews when it comes out. Oh wow! I don't even know if I understand that, but I will.
Fired, huh? Yeah, I know. He said it's gonna be trash.
Yeah, we'll see. But thank you so much.
I won't be surprised if it is.
Yeah. So we're already starting out on a bad start. Now, something that is good besides the intro is Laurie Strode.
Yes.
Is Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, I don't really have any complaints with her. She kind of tricked me at the end. Here's her, I think, talking to the director some behind the scenes. And Elliot, how did you feel about the granddaughter in this?
To answer your question, Brandon, I feel very she was trash. Allison was absolutely terrible. And the reason I say that, Larry and Brandon and everyone in chat, is because if you do see Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, there's actually a story there. There's actually a character who has faced generational trauma with Laurie being her grandmother. So what comes with that? Well, you're the granddaughter of someone that's been saying there's a killer out there. He's going to come back. He's going to kill us all. And she's been prepping for 40 years for this killer that no one has seen, right? Besides the people that he killed in 1978. So she has that on her shoulder. Then she has her mom, who's the daughter of Laurie Strode. So there's so much pressure on Allison to, who is she? What is she? Is she just as crazy as her family is? So she has all that she deals with in the first one. Second one, she loses her boyfriend, and now she's like evil dies at 9, and she's trying to take out this evil, trying to be more like a Strode, be like her grandmother, and embracing that side of her. And then in this new one, they just completely throw it out of the window, and she is thirsty as hell. I mean, Allison was sleeping with the most, you talk about unrealistic, the cop that she was sleeping with. Larry, again, I don't recommend you see this film, but just in case, like I said, if you so happen to, you're on your bike and someone's watching it on their iPhone, you're like, oh, what movie are you watching? If you happen to see this frame, there's this 40-something-year-old cop with a no offense to bodies out there, body shaming, beer belly, just uncompletely really, because Allison is a very young, attractive girl. No way in hell that she would be with this guy and letting him hit. That was just absolutely, that was the most ridiculous thing of the film, for being honest with you, besides Michael getting later on. But neither here nor there, Larry. Wow. She's hanging with this cop dad, and then she comes across the Corey guy, and it's head over heels. And the excuse they give us that she's head over heels is because he's experienced trauma. He's known as a killer. People are stereotyping him and putting a label on him without getting to know him. So she can relate to that. So she falls in love with him. And Larry, man, the film's a love story. It's a love story. I think it's essentially a rom-com almost. It was just
their introduction was indirect, coming from Laurie, but going back to that scene at the diner, Larry, I mean, this dude here was just, King Cobra of lames, just like the top of the mountain, top of the hill. It's just like over exaggerated, just like, oh, let me take you home and get your number and suck on your titties. Blah. It's like it's unnecessary. I mean, I don't see men acting like this. Just jacking each other off under the table, like, hey, we got to kick somebody's ass, see Brass over there, and so it's not realistic. But as Corey is proceeding on throughout the movie, sulking around town, people are upset because they really didn't explain it. Michael Myers hasn't shown up in 4 years, but they need some type of boogeyman. But Corey is going around randomly, and he goes to the sewers. He after he's thrown over the bridge, Michael pulls him into the underground sewers, and through some type of special powers, magic, Michael Myers is able to look into Corey's eyes and I guess transfer his evil spirit into him. And Corey goes around now is the Michael Myers while he's still in the sewers. Now, I don't. For one, it's just a stretch for me to know that Michael Myers has been living in sewers for the past 4 years.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's eating. I mean, there was
Rats.
a homeless man that said that okay, he does pull people into the sewers, but I don't think he's been eating raw bodies for the past 4 years. I don't know how long that would work. And
dumb.
I can also imagine him going to Arby's, through the drive-through or something, or walking around. Or I just don't get it. But Corey is now the villain, and he kills the homeless man. I think in one of your videos, Elliot, you said that it was kind of self-defense. I didn't buy that, but it was just nothing but forced deaths. Even with Corey trying to take on the role as Michael Myers, it was still very unearned to me. I mean, in one of the older Halloween movies, when the little girl ended up being possessed, I haven't even seen that movie, and that is even more convincing when I hear other people describe it. And so it's just a real stretch of how they try to take it here. But one of the biggest scenes in this movie, Larry, is when you think of Michael Myers, you probably think of supernatural, super strong, unstoppable force that not even a truck could stop. But for somehow, one of the characters in this movie is able to pin Michael Myers down in a wrestling move and steal his mask. Michael Myers gets punked in his own movie, and somebody's and take like you're not. What I forgot exactly what it said, but like you're not.
You're just a man in a mask. Give me. You have something I need. It was oh my gosh.
And this character takes the mask from Michael Myers, and like, hey, I'll bring it back to you next Tuesday, Larry. I'm not Larry, but Elliot. What was going through your mind, when you were seeing this emasculated man, right here? What was you thinking?
Gentlemen, again, Halloween is and I can acknowledge a lot of the films are not that great. I can acknowledge that. But at the same time, I grew up with Michael Myers. He's my favorite slasher. Laurie's my favorite final girl. The disrespect on this scene, B, was almost like, just seeing like one of your favorite stars and whether it's movies or sports, just, y'all need to retire. Just hang the jersey up, fight to live another day. When they take my man Michael and have Corey come in his crib, which, by the way, as Brandon brought up, he's living under the sewers for 4 years. He's pretty much occupying his role. He's been in the sewers just chilling. He goes in this man's crib and takes his mask, Larry. Takes his mask. And this is the same Michael that we just saw a film ago slaughter the whole town. The whole town. Killed the whole town. The man, and you just established he has supernatural abilities. He gets punked by a 21-year-old. Who, by the way, was getting punked in the same film. We just saw that same kid that took his mask get punked by a bunch of little punks. How does that make sense? I don't understand how that works. But anyway, he does that. It was the most disrespectful thing this franchise could have done to the star. And no disrespect to Laurie, but Halloween is built on Michael Myers. Disrespected, completely disrespected.
Yeah, Larry, and it also gets worse. Then
it can get worse.
Michael and Corey team up for some type of threesome death murder scene as well. They bring another body into the sewer while I guess Corey was straddling him from the back.
Yeah, it was very erotic. Erotic.
While Michael Myers is stabbing him from the front like this. Wow. And he's like, as he's killing him, he's like powering up while Corey is down there like, oh yes, teach me how to do it.
Halloween edition. Yeah.
Oh my God. The only thing I can imagine would make this worse if they added a Broadway musical scene to it.
Oh, I didn't get to that part yet, but
that wasn't the last one. Evil dies tonight, everybody.
But Larry, at the end of Halloween Kills, man, in 2021, like he was surrounded by the whole town. He was beat, he was shot, he was stabbed, but then he was still able to get up one by one and kill everybody and escape. But in this film here, you know, he gets pumped by Corey, and so that's just pretty whack right there. You know, now Corey did get some decent kills later at the end, kind of like at the junkyard or the tow truck yard or whatever. However, I also think he had an incestual relationship with his mother, his biological mother, which was weird. She liked to
kiss him in the mouth.
Kiss him on the mouth. That was kind of gross. You know, I don't know what that's about. And then she felt remorseful right afterwards. You know, that just was really disturbing too. Why did they put that in the movie, Elliot? Like, can you?
I don't know why they even made this movie, Brandon. So at this point, that question, this whole film was a mystery to me, my friend. I have no idea. Again, I guess it's just, if I were to think into David Gordon Green, the director of this film, and the 19 other writers that wrote this trash, it probably just adding more fuel to the fire that he was bullied, he's picked on at home, he's picked on at outside. So it's just all it adds up for him becoming the killer. You know, this is just added fuel for him to get the revenge because he killed his mother ultimately. So I guess that's just, you know. Now,
yeah, and there's some nice little kills at the junkyard, like I said, and there's also a nice kill at a pool. You know, with a lady and I think he was a dentist or some type of doctor. I can't remember. And also, you know, a DJ at a radio station. That was pretty gruesome as well. But no, the beginning of it was good, Larry, and the end of it, the final showdown between Michael Myers and Laurie was actually pretty good. I actually liked it. It was short, but they actually threw down a little bit, and this is the end right here. I mean, she's able to slice them up and maneuver here, maneuver there, and you know, she's able to get the W. I like how they went down. She actually stabbed one hand she pinned his back, fell in the kitchen. Michael Myers' back fell on the island. She stabs one hand pinned onto the island, stabs another hand down, and you know, nails it down with the frying pan, and then running jumps and throws the refrigerator on his torso so he can't move, and then proceeds to slice him up in various places of his body. It was very Elliot used the word earlier, erotic, you know, like she was getting off on it. But you know, Michael Myers is strong and he was able to bust free. But this threw out some more squabbling. The granddaughter came and broke his arm, and they was able to defeat the monster and have a parade and, you know, destroy his body at a meat grinder at the end. And I don't see how he can ever come back. But
how come people just don't chop the head off?
That was a good question.
Why people always want to stab people 100 times? Why not just take the head?
Halloween H2O, she decapitates Michael with an axe, and the one with LL Cool J, she does that in that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick super chat. Thank you, JoJo99. Larry, Brandon going to be like, my expectations was low, and the movie still was bleach drinking worthy. Like, why they got Black Panther twisting like, hey, I guess. Thank you, JoJo, for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you. But Elliot, man, what else you got on this right here, man? What are your final thoughts? What did I leave out?
Nothing, man. We pretty much, Larry, I think, you know, you have been warned, my friend. Stay away from this film as far away as you can, man. It's an abomination.
I have enough stuff on my list to avoid this.
Yeah, it's not good. And listen, and shout out to man. I got some buddies in the YouTube space, in the social media sphere that has defended this film for their own reasons. You know, speaking to what makes this film so good. And I hear what they're saying, but it's the execution to me. Like the Corey stuff could have worked if it was established a film ago. The Michael Myers in the sewers could have worked if they would have killed him in 2018 and had Corey be the one to take on the mantle from that. So it could have worked, but it just ultimately the execution was poorly handled. This would have been a nice film if this wasn't a Halloween film. In my spoiler review, this isn't a Halloween film. This is a interesting babysitter gone wrong, wrongfully accused, taking vengeance, and all that stuff. It could have been a nice separate film from this franchise. But as Brandon alluded to earlier, this is Halloween Ends, the end of a trilogy, the end of a film that took place in 1978. And for you to introduce this brand new character to take over your franchise, over Laurie, over Michael, even over Allison, is completely disrespectful and ridiculous. And I hope David Gordon Green, he's a pretty solid director. As I mentioned earlier, he directed 2018's film, which I think was pretty solid. But whoever's an Exodus film fan out there, because he's going to be directing the next 3 Exodus films that they announced with Blumhouse, I have fear for that franchise after the way he handled this one. So terrible across the board.
And I forgot to mention, Larry, and everybody out there. Michael Myers was not in the movie. He took a maybe
cameo. He's
10,
a cameo.
Yeah, 10 or 15% of the screen time. So it didn't really make any sense. Got another super chat right here from ATX J for $5.
Oh boy!
Let's see here. The granddaughter is pregnant with Michael Jr.'s kid.
Oh, man.
I hope the hell not, man. I hope the hell not. But thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for our spoilers review for Halloween Ends. Hopefully, we will never have to see Halloween again.
But we will.
It's going to be the level of this crap that we just got, because we don't deserve it. You know, I think everybody that saw this movie lost like 6 months off their life. And so thank you, Mara. And also, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude everything for the Movie News Roundup show. That is all of the topics we have. And I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Larry does appreciate it. And so does Mr. Elliott as well. Again, if you want to know everything that we was talking about today, that is in the description box below with all of their respective links as well. And I guess, before we head out of here, I just want to do some shout outs and, all the announcements and all that good stuff. But Larry, why don't you let all the good people know what you have going on in your channel right now, what they can be excited for?
Oh man, just same old stuff. More tech. I have some camera reviews coming up. I've been working on some comparison videos that I'll be putting out. I have my review of the GoPro Hero 11 coming out tomorrow. I've made a few videos about that, but I have the review coming tomorrow. I'm debating whether or not to get the Google Pixel 7 Pro to review. So they didn't send me one, but I have a way to get one for about $200. So I'm thinking I might go ahead and just pick one up so I can do the review. So we'll see. I haven't decided on that one yet. I have to wait. I should put out a little poll on my channel and see if my audience wants it before I grab it. So,
okay, cool. Sounds good, man. And thank you for that, Larry. I do appreciate it. And again, guys, he's on my channel tab. That's what his channel looks like. And so subscribe, help that man get to 60K. Elliot, my brother, how you doing, man? Why don't you let the good people know what you got going on your channel? And again, thanks for having me on your show early today. I do appreciate that.
Of course, man. Well, hey, it's always a pleasure talking to Larry and Brandon and chopping it up with these two gentlemen on this awesome channel. So I always appreciate it, Brandon. Literally, and I actually I gotta bounce in a little bit because in 3 minutes I'm gonna be going live talking about those dragons, y'all. We will be doing our weekly watch along for this latest episode, and then later tonight we'll be breaking it down in our live after show at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. So in T-minus 2 minutes, I will see you guys in a bit.
All right. And I mean, if you got to bounce right now, I completely understand.
Yeah, I got to set up my head out. Yeah.
But congrats, Elliot, on getting 40,000 subscribers.
Yeah, man.
We're proud of you. So good stuff. And I'll see you later, man. You have a good night, sir.
Take care, guys.
And guys, on my channel, I got a few things as well. Help me. Hold on, let me see how many. Let me get the exact number. I need 106 subscribers. So for me to get to 40K, so help your boy out. But here's everything that I have on my channel as well as of late. I got my other review for Halloween right there. But just to be more specific, there's a show that just came on Netflix called The Watcher that I finished. I have that review on my channel. So if you want to go check that out, you can. Me and Tara did a recap for this latest episode of Power. Pretty decent episode. So check that out. Have my reaction on the new trailer for the House Party movie with LeBron James. So check that out right there as well. Also, here's my recap on the latest episode of Atlanta, which was pretty dope as well. Check that out. And also, I have my trailer reaction for Megan, this crazy ass robot. Oh my gosh, y'all have to check that out. Now, as far I'll have the timestamps for this show put up pretty soon. And again, guys, if you don't want to just watch it on video, I have the audio only podcast. Links are in the description box below for all of the platforms you see right here as well as SoundCloud. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Larry, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.